Discipline isn't punishment. It's pure, unadulterated power. Forget everything you thought you knew about self-control, about sacrifice, about the grinding, joyless work you believe is required to change your life. We are here today to shatter a myth, the most dangerous myth you have been told, the myth that discipline is a restrictive cage. I'm going to show you that, in fact, discipline is the only key that can unlock a level of personal freedom and achievement you may currently believe is impossible. Part 1. The chains of perception. Let's begin by being brutally honest with ourselves. How does the word discipline truly make you feel? When you hear it, is there a small internal sigh, a feeling of weight? For most of us, it lands not as an opportunity, but as an obligation. It feels like a chore, a have to, an obstacle standing between us and what we truly want in the moment. We have been conditioned from our earliest days to feel this way. As children, discipline was a consequence. It was the word used right before a timeout, a scolding, or the removal of a privilege. Our developing brains forged a deep and simple connection. Discipline equals punishment. It's a penalty for doing something wrong. As we grew older, we entered a world that relentlessly sells us the gospel of instant gratification. Our culture screams from every screen that the pinnacle of life is ease, comfort, and spontaneity. It markets fantasies of results without the process. It glorifies the rebel who breaks the rules and often portrays the disciplined individual as rigid, boring, and lifeless. A false war is waged in our minds daily. A battle between fun and work, between living in the moment and planning for the future. Discipline is always unfairly cast as the villain in this story, the stern guard of the prison of responsibility. So, I'll ask you directly, what's the first word that flashes in your mind when you hear discipline? I'm willing to bet it's something like restriction, hardship, boredom, or sacrifice. If so, I don't want you to feel bad about it. I want you to recognize it for what it is, a program running in the background of your mind, a chain of perception. And today, we're going to break that chain. Part 2. Beyond the bars, unpacking true freedom. Here is the great and beautiful paradox that separates those who drift through life from those who design it. True freedom is not the absence of restraint. True freedom is the self-imposed structure that creates genuine choice. Imagine a ship in the middle of a vast ocean. This first ship has no rudder, no engine, no sails, no captain. Is this ship free? In one sense, yes, it is completely unburdened by rules or direction. It is free to be tossed about by every wave, pushed by every unpredictable current, and driven by the whim of every storm. It has absolutely no say in its own destination. This ship is at the total mercy of its environment. This is the life of no discipline. It presents the illusion of freedom, but in reality, it is a state of utter powerlessness. Now, imagine a second ship. This ship has a captain, you. It has a rudder, sails, and a powerful engine. These are your disciplines. It has a map and a chosen destination. These are your goals. This ship has the power to navigate. It can hold its course through a storm. It can harness the wind to its advantage. It can move with intention toward any port it chooses. This ship possesses true agency. This ship is genuinely free. Discipline is not the chains tying you to the deck. Discipline is the rudder that allows you to steer. Let's bring this down to earth. The freedom to spend money impulsively does not lead to a life of abundance. It leads to the cold steel prison of debt, where you are chained to a job you despise simply to pay for things you bought on a whim. The discipline to create a budget, to save, to invest is what forges the key to financial freedom. The power to quit that job, to travel the world, to weather any financial storm, to say no. The freedom to indulge every craving does not lead to a life of vitality and pleasure. Over time, it leads to being a prisoner in your own body, limited by low energy, brain fog, and chronic illness. It's a life where your body dictates your limitations. The discipline to move your body and fuel it with intention creates physical freedom. The freedom to climb a mountain, to play with your children without getting breathless, to live a long, vibrant life on your own terms. This principle extends to your mind. The freedom to avoid difficult books and never learn a new skill leads to the prison of limited perspective and stagnating opportunities. The discipline to read, to study, to practice, that creates intellectual freedom. The freedom to understand the world, to change careers, to command a higher income, to articulate your thoughts with power and precision. Lack of discipline promises freedom now, but it builds the walls of your prison later. Self-discipline asks for a payment now, but it buys you a lifetime of freedom later. Part 3. The blueprint of self-mastery. So, how do we build this power? We start by understanding that discipline is not a personality trait you are either born with or you are not. It is a muscle. It is a skill. And like any skill, it can be trained. You begin with the lightest weight possible. First, you must master the art of starting ridiculously small. We call these micro habits. Your brain is wired for energy conservation. It will resist any massive, overwhelming change. If you declare, "I'm going to run 5 miles every day," your brain sounds an internal alarm. It's too much, too fast. So you procrastinate. The secret is to propose a change so tiny, it is laughable to refuse. Want to start working out? Your new habit is not go to the gym for an hour. Your new habit is put on your workout clothes. That's it. You've won. Want to write a book? Don't commit to a chapter. Commit to writing one sentence. The magic here is that action precedes motivation. Once your workout clothes are on, you might as well do a few push-ups. Once the document is open, you might as well write another sentence. You are mastering the art of simply showing up. Second, you must understand the beautiful, irrefutable mathematics of the compound effect. This is the quiet force that governs all human achievement. Imagine two people starting from the exact same place. The first person decides to make tiny, almost unnoticeable positive changes. They read 10 pages of a good book a day, drink an extra glass of water, and save $10. The other person makes equally tiny, seemingly insignificant poor choices. They watch an extra 30 minutes of reality TV, drink a soda, and make one small impulse purchase. After 1 week, their lives are identical. After 3 months, there is still no discernible difference. This is the danger zone. This is where most people quit, because the reward isn't immediate. But let's fast forward 5 years. That first person has consumed the wisdom of nearly 100 books. Their body is healthier and more energetic, and they have a growing investment portfolio. The other person is intellectually stagnant, less healthy, and in debt. The small daily choices, compounded over time, didn't just change their lives, they created entirely different destinies.
Part 4. Your inner architect, designing your desired reality.
This brings us to the core of the transformation. Discipline finds its fuel in purpose. It is the bridge between the person you are today and the person you aspire to become. You are the architect of your life, and discipline is your most essential tool. To wield it, we must perform one final crucial mental shift. Stop focusing on what you believe you are giving up and become obsessed with who you are becoming. You are not giving up an hour of mindless scrolling. You are becoming a person who builds their own vision. You are not sacrificing a piece of cake. You are becoming a person who respects their body and radiates energy. Every single disciplined choice you make is a vote for that future self. Every time you show up for that micro-habit, you are providing tangible evidence to your own subconscious mind that you are that person. When you write that one sentence, you are not just writing, you are casting a vote for the identity of writer. When you do those 5 push-ups, you are casting a vote for the identity of a healthy person. This is how you build unbreakable self-esteem, not with affirmations, but with proof. Part 5. The Power Unleashed. Let's close this chapter and begin a new one. Let's redefine this word, together. Discipline is not restriction, it is expansion. It is the force that expands your abilities, your opportunities, and your choices. Discipline is not punishment, it is privilege. It is the profound privilege of being able to consciously direct your own evolution. Discipline is not self-hatred, it is the ultimate act of self-love. It is being loyal to the promises you make to yourself. The ultimate takeaway is this: discipline is simply the power to choose what you want most over what you want now. So here is my challenge to you. Not tomorrow, not next Monday, now, in this moment, choose one thing, one laughably small area, and introduce one micro-discipline. Drink a single glass of water with intention, tidy one surface in your home, read one page of a book.
Write one sentence that matters to you. It will feel uncomfortable at first. That discomfort is not a sign to stop. That discomfort is the feeling of growth. It is the friction that proves you are moving. Welcome it, because it is the feeling of weakness leaving your body and your mind. The power to build your dream life was never out there somewhere to be found. It has been inside you all along, waiting patiently for the loving, firm, and consistent hand of discipline to guide it into the world. It's time to unleash it.